And lawyers for the federal government were trying to pause the case of Kilmar Abrego Garcia because of the ongoing shutdown. But a judge denied that request as both parties were back in a Maryland federal courtroom today, putting the high-profile case back in the spotlight. WJZ is live at 11 o'clock tonight. Our Ashley Paul spent the day in Greenbelt. And Ashley, after a day full of testimony, there are more questions than answers about his future.
Yeah, that's absolutely right, Rick. Kilmar Abrego Garcia's attorney spent most of the last hour of today's hearing arguing that the government was purposely choosing potential countries to deport Kilmar Abrego Garcia to that were, quote, not palatable in an attempt to keep him incarcerated here in America, despite the fact that his attorneys say Costa Rica would take him and he would willingly go. Dozens rallying outside the U.S. District Courthouse in Greenbelt today, while inside, Maryland Federal Court Judge Paula Zines hears testimony from John Schultz, a Deputy Assistant Director from ICE Enforcement Removal Operations, about the government's latest plans to deport Kilmar Abrego Garcia.
The witness clarified that all three African countries that have been asked so far have said no. Uganda said no, Eswatini said no, and now, apparently, as of this morning, the foreign minister of Ghana has said no.
Simon Sandoval Moshenberg, attorney for Abrego Garcia, says suggesting these countries as options for deportation is the government's way of stalling while Abrego Garcia stays in jail here in America. Abrego Garcia's team says if he is to be deported, he would agree to being sent to Costa Rica, but the federal government has not accepted that offer.
They didn't have any good answers for why they haven't accepted his designation of Costa Rica. They basically tried to sort of confuse the judge with the timeline, but in the end, it was quite clear that the judge saw through that.
Judge Zines ordered on Monday that the government present a witness at today's hearing that could speak about where things stand, where things go from here, and the situation with Costa Rica, telling a Justice Department attorney in the courtroom that Schultz, quote, knows nothing, and I mean next to nothing, about Costa Rica, end quote. Meanwhile, attorneys for Abrego Garcia says Costa Rica has accepted assurances that he will not face torture, persecution, or deportation back to El Salvador.
We don't consider it justice, right? It's not something we're going to be happy about, that he's going to be, removed from this country. But at the very least, we'll rest assured that it's a place where he can stay, and it's not just going to end up being a brief layover on the way back to El Salvador.
Now it's up to Judge Zines whether or not Kilmar Abrego Garcia will remain in immigration custody, awaiting a government decision, and in the meantime also awaiting proceedings for a separate criminal case in Tennessee. Right now, no word on when that may be. On your corner in Baltimore, I'm Ashley Paul, WJZ.